We are going to alienate this tribe. We need to end that family. What did that particular politician just say? We are going to finish this lineage. There are people who are no-go zone. Hi, my YouTube family. Welcome on set today. Today, as now you have noted, to my beloved country, Kenya. But in most cases, to my beloved country, Kenya, it's normally teachings. Teachings so that, and especially young people, not to be engaged or not to be coerced or not to be lured into doing things that will cost their lives, that will destroy their destiny, that will cause havoc in their lives and their generations to come. And in most cases it's because of lack of knowledge, because much of the things that I feel we have discussed in this platform, many people who have come to me, even young people, they did not know. So I felt it's needful to be having these conversations to my beloved country, Kenya, and especially whatever issues that are going on, that the young people, even the older people, who do not know, when they get to engage or when they get to be asked to do things, they don't just do them blindly. They don't just do because they have been requested to do or they have been commanded to do. Okay? Because by the end of the day, yes, you have received a command to go and do something which is going to destroy your life. That commander will not come and get you out of hospital. That commander will not come to aid you in your recovery, maybe of a disease that even the doctors themselves cannot be able to explain. So I felt it's important to learn some spiritual and physical things that you might be forced or coerced or even asked to do, and you get to do and you don't get to know the repercussions. So I normally say knowledge is key. Remember the Spirit of the Lord, the seven Spirit of God, the Spirit of the Lord, wisdom, counsel, understanding, might and knowledge, and the fear of God. And again, the Spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. All that is in the Bible, 10 Spirits of God. They are very vital, important. Remember, wisdom, counsel, and understanding is a spirit of God. We need to cultivate that. We need to welcome Him, the Holy Spirit of God, the Spirit of wisdom, knowledge, and counsel. It means that when you get wisdom, you cannot be destroyed. You cannot be deceived. You cannot be lied to. And more so the young people, you know. So it is important to take time and watch the videos, especially the ones I call to my beloved country, Kenya, because sooner or later you will revisit them and listen to what was said, and then now you will say, no wonder. Let's not live on no wonder or if I knew. Watch, learn, pick one or two things, share to those people you believe that it would benefit them, so that we do not go to Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And now we will start with John 10:10, King James. The thief cometh not, but to steal and to kill and to destroy. But I have come that you may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly. Now I want you to capture a few things in John 10:10. The thief cometh not, but to steal. Number one thing he does is what? Rob you. Steal. Then what follows? Death. Kills. Then the final last one is destruction. The minute you see destruction, robbery and death has already occurred. Right? I wanted you to get that. Then I will do one statement. Destruction is the end result. Total eradication. When destruction comes, is total eradication. So I needed you to pick that. Then I will give you another statement. When all the males, women and children are killed, cities, houses are burnt, this serves as a confirmation of eradication, obliteration, remove from existence of a lineage, tribe, race, and a kingdom. I want to repeat that again because it is like the backbone of the title of today, to my beloved country, Kenya, ending a lineage or a kingdom. That is the title of our topic today. To my beloved country, Kenya, ending a lineage or a kingdom. So I will go to that statement again. When you see you've gone to battle, mostly when people go to battle, even from the ancient days, even in the Bible times, men went to war with each other. Yeah? This country went to war with this country, this kingdom with this kingdom, this race with this race, you know. Men went to war. Simple and clear. We were not told women went to war. Men went to war. In most cases, women and children were left safely in the kingdom, safely in their home, safely in their homes, homestead, which was secure. Yet, even when these men went to war, they made sure they have left other men of valor to guard the women and the children. Right? So men went to war. So let me make this statement again. Where all the males, they have gone to war, a particular tribe has killed this one, and now those who have won and killed these men have come back now to kill women and children. They burn their houses. They burn their cities. You see, in the old times, they would burn the cities, would burn their homes, you know. They burn everything. What does that mean? This serves as a confirmation of total eradication, obliteration, removal from existence of a lineage, a tribe, a race, or a kingdom. Please, let's never forget that. Sometimes we say, Kenya, we are very forgetful people. But I wonder how a family forgets when their wives and children were butchered and killed. When a particular race, there was an attempt to eradicate it. You understand? So that is why I felt it's very important to have this conversation. Ending a lineage or a kingdom. How it means, what it means. And for me, I'm taking you straight into the Bible, because I normally say nothing happens physically if we do not, we were not taught from the scriptures, if it did not happen in the scriptures. And remember, scriptures were written to guide us, so that somebody may never wake up to say, I didn't know, I was not told, I have no idea, right? So I will take you to Joshua 6:20 to 27, and I'll read King James. And this is the destruction of Jericho, city of the moon. Jericho was the city of the moon. The old name was Arusha, which means when Jericho was destroyed in real sense. And Jericho, the people who lived there, they were Netophian people. That was the tribe, the Netophians. So now, Joshua 6:20 to 27, we are going to witness the destruction of Jericho, how Jericho was destroyed. So I will read. So the people shouted when the priest blew the trumpets, and it came to pass, when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. And they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and women, young and old, and oxen, sheep, and ass, with the edge of the sword. But Joshua had said unto the two men that had spied out of the country, Go into the harlot's house, and bring out hence the woman and all that she has, as you swore unto her. Because this was a covenant and an agreement. Because I've hidden you the day when you come to attack our city. Please save me and my family. And the young men that were spies went in and brought out Rahab. Remember, that was Rahab. She was called a harlot. And her father and her mother and her brethren and all that she had. And they brought out all her kindred and left them without the camp of Israel. And they burnt the city with fire, and all that was therein, only the silver and the gold and the vessels of brass and the iron, they put into the treasury of the house of the Lord. And Joshua saved Rahab the harlot alive, and her father's household, and all that she had. And she dwelt in Israel even unto this day, because she hid the messengers which Joshua sent to spy out Jericho. And Joshua adjured them at that time, saying, Cursed be the man before the Lord, that raises up and buildeth the city Jericho. He shall lay the foundation thereof in his firstborn, and in his youngest son shall he set up the gate of it. So the Lord was with Joshua, and his fame was noised throughout all the country. Remember that curse came to pass. That's another day story. But now we are looking at the destruction of Jericho, and I needed you to go back right now. Even in history, the Natufian people no longer exist. They were alienated. They no longer exist. And remember, in the Bible, they are saying destroyed. Destroyed is the eternal. We have read above what destruction means. Total alienation. It is over, finished. Everything is done. What I wanted you to note, when they went in to destroy Jericho, they killed everything and everyone. Apart from Rahab, who hosted and hid the spies that had been sent by Joshua. And because they vowed, you remember Israelites, when they vow something, they would vow it before the Lord. So they would not break that vow. You see? So Rahab was saved, but the entire Jericho was destroyed. The Natufians were destroyed. They killed the men, the women. You can see when the women were destroyed, the young and the old. They killed the old men, they killed the children, the young, they killed the women, and they killed the men. So remember the title of our topic today, Ending a Lineage and a Kingdom. So when people go to war, any tribe that goes to war with another tribe, and they cease to fight between the men who went to war, the men of valor who went to war, the men of war who went to war, and it ceases to be now killing each other as men and winning the war. And now they resort to turning back into the city or into the kingdom where this tribe lives. And they decide to kill the wives, the women, the children, the young, the old. That is a mindset, a set mind that we must end this race. We must end this tribe. We must finish this tribe. So any tribe, any race that goes to war with that kind of mindset of killing women, of killing children, of killing the old, of burning their cities, their houses, their homestead, that is the spiritual and the physical message they are sending. That soon or later, we are going to alienate this tribe. Soon or later, we are going to finish this lineage. This lineage must die. Not even die, robbery, death, destruction. This lineage must be permanently destroyed, meaning wiped out from the map, meaning the end of this race. So I needed us to rethink, because when people go to war, and these are the results you're seeing, killing women, killing children, killing the old, even the livestock, even their homes, even their plants, their food in the chambers. That is the message they are sending. And this is one of the worst wars ever, because this is a planned war to alienate a race, a tribe, a lineage. You understand? Yes. So now I will take you to Judges chapter 6, verse 1 to 8. Today we are reading the scriptures because, to my beloved country, Kenya, I like taking you back to the truth. Remember, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So outside the word, outside what God has taught us, there is no other truth. So it's either you take it or leave it. But by the end of the day, the truth always prevails. Right? So now Judges chapter 6, verse 1 to 8, King James. This is the Midianites, Amalekites, children of the east. But now I want us to focus with the Midianites and their destruction. I will also take you to Numbers. Now you see how the Midianites were destroyed, the destruction of the Midianites and their judgment and what happened. But I wanted us first to go to Judges 6, 1-8, King James. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord. Now you see why the Midianites were sent, the Amalekites and the children of the east. It was also a kind of punishment, but that is not our center of focus. I want us to focus on the destruction of a race. So here we are looking at the Midianites. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hands of the Midian 7 years. And the hand of the Midian prevailed against Israel. And because of the Midianites, the children of Israel made them the dens which are in the mountains and caves and strongholds. And so it was, when Israel had sown, that the Midianites came up, and the Amalekites and the children of the east, even they came up against them. And they encamped against them and destroyed the increase of the earth, till thou came unto Gaza, and left no substance for Israel, neither sheep, nor ox, nor ass. They would come and destroy their food, their crop even in the field. When it's just ready, they would not even come to destroy when it has just been planted. When it's ready for harvest, they would come and just destroy. They would come and even destroy the sheep, the ox, the ass. They were just destroyers. You know? So, for they came with their kettles and their tents, and they came as grasshoppers. They came so many, for multitudes. For both they and their camels were without numbers, and they entered into the land to destroy it. As I said, they were just destroyers. The Israel was greatly impoverished. Of course, when you destroy my crop, when you destroy my kettles, I become poor because of the Midianites. So the Israelites were greatly impoverished because of the Midianites. And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord. And it came to pass, when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord because of the Midianites, that the Lord sent a prophet unto the children of Israel, which said unto them, Thou sayest the Lord God of Israel, I brought you up from Egypt and brought you forth out of the house of bondage. So now this is where I wanted you now to get where they are coming from, when the Midianites are coming from, and why they are destroyed. You see, but they were also destroyers. And this came as a result of disobedience. Israelites disobeyed God. So destruction of the Midians. So I'll take you to Numbers 31. We are going to read specific. We are reading 3, then we'll read 7-8, then we are going to read 15-18, and I'm reading King James. So we start with 3. And Moses spoke unto the people, saying, Arm some of yourself unto the war, and let them go against the Midianites, and avenge the Lord of Midian. And they warred against the Midianites, as the Lord commanded Moses, and they slew all the males. And they slew the king of Midians beside the rest of them that were slain, namely Evi, Rechem, Zur, and Hur, and Reba, 5 kings of Midians. Balaam also the son of Beor, they slew with a sword. And Moses said unto them, Have ye saved all the women alive? Behold, this caused the children of Israel, through the counsel of Balaam, to commit trespass against the Lord in the matter of Peor. And there was a plague against the congregation of the Lord. Now therefore, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that has known man by lying with them. But all the women children, the young children now, the girls, all the women children that have not known a man by laying with them, keep alive for yourselves. So here we'll see the destruction of the Midian, what happened. They killed the male, they killed the women, they killed the males, they killed the young male, meaning the boys, the young boys, and they killed the women, and they killed all the men. But now the young girls who knew no men, they were young girls, they were kept to be married, if I may say that, to be married by now the Israelites. Because you see, by the end of the day, if they take those young girls and marry them, they are Israelites. Because the children they shall sire, they are Israelites. Their fathers are Israelites. So that race has already been eradicated. That race has already been destroyed. And you'll also realize even now in the history, when you go looking for the Midianites, you cannot be able to trace their existence. They are no longer in existence. And remember the word that was used, destroy. So they were destroyed. They were alienated. So where the war is taken back to the kingdoms, to the homes, to the houses, to burn, to kill the women, to kill the children, to kill the young and the old, you know. And also in some cases, like now you have seen here in the Midian, they have taken the young girls to marry, the small girls to be married off now by this other race. That is total eradication, total alienation of a race, of a tribe. You understand? So now I will take you to 1 Samuel 15:3-8, and I'll read King James. And here we are looking at the destruction of the Amalekites. The destruction of the Amalekites. That is 1 Samuel 15:3-8, and I'm going to read King James. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and women, infant and sucklings, ox and sheep, camel and ass. And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Telaim, 2,000 footmen and 10,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to a city of Amalek and laid a wait in the valley. And Saul said unto the Kenites, Go, depart, and get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah unto thou camest the Shul, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. Now you see here, the instructions are destroying. You slay both men, women, infant, even the babies who are suckling. So here the Amalekites, nobody was spared. They utterly destroyed the entire race. They destroyed the entire tribe. The Amalekites were destroyed. The Amalekites ceased to exist. You go back to the history again, they are no longer there in existence. Because remember the word that was used, destruction. Everywhere there is the word destruction is total alienation. So they will not exist any further. And now when you look at the battles, when you look at people going to war, the motive of the war, what is the agreement? What is the command? They have been told, go kill men, women, and children, even the infant, the suckling. They're even killing the oxes, the sheep, and the cow. That tells you, you are ending that race. You are ending that tribe. You are alienating, completely wiping that tribe off the continent or the world. So they are alienated, they will never exist again. So every time you hear the sounds, the trumpets, the rumors of war, and you sit to understand this is the command of this particular race, nation, tribe, that we are going into war, but we are going to wipe out everything. We are going to eliminate them. How will you know they want to eliminate a particular race or a tribe? By their actions, by their command. They are not only going to war, they are going to destroy. They are killing women, children, infants, anything, suckling, even cows. So where you hear the mention, women have been killed, children have been killed, that is total alienation of a race and a tribe. Now we are going to go to Jeremiah 47:4. And here we are seeing the destruction of the Philistines. That is Jeremiah 47 verse 4, King James. Because the day that cometh to spoil all the Philistines, and to cut off from Tyrus and Zidon every helper that remaineth, for the Lord will spoil the Philistines, the remnant of the country of Scepter. That is now King James. And I will also now want to read the Amplified. Because of the day that is coming to destroy all the Philistines and to cut off from Tyre and Sidon every ally who remains. For the Lord is going to destroy the Philistines, the remnants still surviving of the coastlands of Sephta. Now the question is, do the Philistines still exist? And I will tell you no, they do not exist. And I will take you again to now the history. The ancient and the biblical Philistines no longer exist today. After their land was conquered by the Neo-Babylonians, they assimilated into the culture of their conquerors and became extinct over time. Now, why are you being told they are no longer in existence? Because remember, the scripture clearly tells you they are going to be destroyed. And that is why I read Jeremiah 47:4, because it was a prophecy that they were going to be destroyed. And now I'll also take you to Judges 16:26-31, now to see also how the Philistines were destroyed. And I'll read King James. And this was now in line with the slow destruction of the Philistines, because it started swiftly. Day by day, there were new people were being raised to come and fight them, to alienate them. And every time Philistines were mentioned, it was destroying them. And that is why they no longer exist today. Yeah? So now, Judges 16:26-31, King James, I read. And Samson said unto the lad that held him by the hand, Suffer me that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean unto them. Then 27. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there. And there was upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made sports. And Samson called unto the Lord and said, O Lord God, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee. Only this one, O God, that I may be at once avenged for the Philistines of my two eyes. And Samson took hold of the two middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, and of the one which his right hand, of the other with his left. And Samson said, Let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell upon the lords, upon all the people were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life. Then his brethren and all the house of his fathers came down, and took him and brought him up, and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol, in the burying place of the Manoah his father. And he judged Israel 20 years. So you can see the destruction of the Philistines, and the reason why now in history we can no longer trace the Philistines, because you can hear their final eradication was during the time of Neo, the Babylonians. That's where now they were completely alienated. They are no longer in existence. So every time you hear where women and children are killed, everywhere you read where the battle now ceases to be on the battlefield, but now it has been taken back to the homestead. It has been taken back into the kingdom, their dwelling place, you know, their home, where they live, their locality, their place, that they are going there now to torch houses, kill children, even the babies who are suckling, the women, the young and the old. That means that now they have come to completely alienate that particular race. They have come to destroy an entire kingdom. They have come to end a tribe. That tribe will no longer be in existence again. So every time we hear the mention of war, every time we hear that people are going to war, you need to clearly understand what are the motives. When you see people planning, brooding evil, brooding wars, they want to fight maybe to liberate themselves from something. There are those, and especially in some cases, there are those people who just want to go to war because of a hatred towards a particular race, towards a particular tribe. So that kind of brooding and planning for war or vengeance, it is normally orchestrated with a mission of eradicating a particular race or a tribe. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Don't take such things lightly, because by the time that particular race or tribe wakes up to realize, in most cases it's too late. They have already been completely destroyed. And you will see behaviors like what we have read in the scripture, intermarriage, not even intermarriage. They go and attack, they kill women, men and children, even young men, and then they take their small girls. What do they do to those small girls? They take them and go marry them. So when they take them to marry them, it is to end that tribe, to completely eradicate that race. That race will no longer be in existence. So these are some of the things you need to learn even as you young people. When you are called to go to war, sometimes you are told you take some oaths. These oaths you are taking, because they have guidelines. What are these guidelines telling you? Are you going to end a particular tribe? Are you going to end a particular race? Are you going to eradicate a particular home? You've had battles like, I want to finish the Kinyua family. I'm using my name, my surname Kinyua. So we have war against the Kinyuas. So we are going to end the Kinyua family. So if we are ending the Kinyua family, we are definitely not attacking Mr. Kinyua, who maybe you had conflict with, whoever you are. But now you are attacking Mr. Kinyua with his army of men, then come home and kill Mrs. Kinyua and the children and everything Kinyua has, including the cattle, the goat, the sheep, and everything. So the minute you have waged such war to end the Kinyua family, it is 100% you are saying, I'm eradicating Kinyua from the face of the earth. This home, this homestead, these people called the Kinyua family, we are eradicating them permanently. Their seed, nobody will be in existence. So when they kill those children, the suckling, the mothers, the daughters, sometimes they take them and marry them off. Those ones who are older and married, they kill everything and anything. And where you hear the mention of women and children, women and children, women and children, that is total alienation of that particular family, that particular tribe, that particular race, that particular kingdom, that particular nation. So I hope you have learned something today. So let's not assume sometimes too much. Let's not ignore some things in most cases. Sometimes you're seeing things happening and you're not taking a seat back to ask yourself in wisdom, why is this happening? It's very important every time you see something happening or you hear something, you need to learn to take a step back to just ask yourself, what did that person just say? What did they just plan? And right now we have social media. Every nitty-gritty is being thrown to the social media. We can no longer say propaganda because some of the culprits are captured speaking and saying what they are planning, what they want to achieve by the end of the day. So you as a wise person, you need to sit back and ask yourself a question. What did that particular, in most cases politicians, what did that particular politician just say? So is it all about for our freedom? Is it all about for our sustainability? Are we fighting for justice? Or is there another hidden agenda behind the whole of this shenanigans? You see, and that one you can only read between the lines when you listen to what this particular person is saying. So the minute you hear, and that's why I'm giving you those key pointers, I am going to eradicate women and children, burning off houses, killing their cattle, their sheep, their goats, their everything. That is, in one word, we need to end that race. We need to end that tribe. We need to end that family. That family needs to come to an end. That is a very vicious battle. It will be a ruthless battle, a vicious battle. The people who have planned that, they are not looking back. They are, allow me to use this word, they are hell-bent to execute their mandates. And surely if they are not stopped, they will do it. So the question is, what is the extent of this execution? Are we resting from the family? Are we resting from the race? Are we resting from the tribe? Are we resting from the kingdom? Are we resting from the nation? So for those who take orders, it is also important to walk in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It is not that they are going to take off your oxygen if you feel this one I am not doing. And also, while we are at that, it's important to choose your battles carefully. Sometimes you are coerced or you are commanded to go and execute a particular thing, and you're not looking at the kingdom you are dealing with. You do not, let me put it simply, you even don't know who your enemy is. You have underestimated who your enemy is. This enemy may look like he or she is not in power, but you do not know spiritually and physically who this enemy is. I have taught that also in the past when I said you learn to choose your battles carefully. Learn to know who, when you are going to war, please understand who your enemy is. Understand the name. I taught in depth what that all means. You can go back to the video and rewatch the previous videos where I've taught much about that. So it is very important to understand the nature of your enemy. You need to understand the name of your enemy. You need to understand who your enemy is. Because sometimes in ignorance, in foolishness, and may I say, allow me to say, in stupidity, you will be commanded, you'll be coerced to go and undertake a particular thing, and you do not know who this enemy is. By the end of the day, it will backfire on you, the innocent person who never took time to rethink the command that you're given. And remember, whoever has given you this command will not suffer. And the reason why this commander is sending you to go and execute is because he has the wisdom of knowing. If I embark on this battle and physically I do it, I know the repercussions. So they want to use you because they know you do not know. Let me say it. Just allow me to say you are foolish. So they'll want to use the foolish you, and in most cases they use the young people. They use the young people. So they'll use the young people to go do their dirty jobs. And by the end of the day, the curse, the wrath, the repercussion will befall these innocent young people. So it is very important to choose your battles. It's very important to ask your question, even if I'm being paid money to go and execute this thing, what are the spiritual and physical repercussions? Go inquire. There are elders who do not lie. There are people who do not lie. I am in this platform. Call me and ask me. Write in the comment, DM me, or call privately. You all have my public number. Ask me, is it right for me to do this thing? Sometimes you don't even need to call me, because I have tried to teach so much in this, to my beloved country, Kenya. I have tried to really talk to the young people, because in most cases you are being misused because of lack of knowledge, and especially spiritual knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And remember, the spiritual world controls the physical world. The spiritual is supreme to the physical world. So it is very important for you to learn before you take the money, before you answer the call, before you obey the command. Why is this commander sending you? Why is he not doing it? Why is this the older one telling you young people to go do their dirty work? Do not agree going forward. And then in my closing, I want to tell you, there is a particular family, there is a particular race, there is a particular tribe which is a no-go zone. There are people, and that's why I said choose your battles carefully. Maybe when you get to heaven, go ask God why. There are things that, there are people, let me put it that way, there are people who are no-go zone. And I think with the time, if you start taking your step back and rethinking, you will see it is true. Because anyone who attempted perished. So ask yourself why. So every time you are told by this older, knowledgeable person, go do this, is because they know this is a no-go zone. And it's because they know they will be destroyed if they touch. So they want to use a back door to use you, especially the young people, as sacrificial lambs. Do not agree going forward. Question every command. Question every request. Question everything that you are being told, and especially where it involves bloodshed. Question it. Why are you sending me? Why can't you do it yourself? You know? So I hope that we have learned something from the truth, as usual, the scriptures, because it's the only truth. And you can see where destruction comes in, and especially in war, and they involve women and children, is a total eradication of a lineage and a kingdom, a language, a people, a tribe, a race, you know, and a lineage and a kingdom, as I have said again. That is total destruction, you know, meaning that these people will never exist again in the face of the earth. So these are people, the planners of this, they are people who have sat and agreed that we must and we will, and we must do all that we can to put to an end this lineage, this tribe, this race, this kingdom, this family. We have to eradicate them. We have to finish them. These are not to be ignored. These kind of people are not supposed to be ignored because they are vicious. They are vicious. And if you understand the definition of viciousness, they are vicious. And they will do all that they can to make sure that they have completely destroyed. They have completely eradicated. You know, they have removed, wiped out from existence the lineage, the tribe, the race, the kingdom, the family they have vowed to do. So until next time, keep subscribing, keep watching my videos, keep sharing. I would love to read your comments kindly, and please like my videos, kindly like. And as I've always said, please watch, please like my videos, and share if you feel that it has taught you something, it has said something that you never sat. I've met with a few people, can I say few or many, who keep telling me, I like the way you think. It's not the way I think. It's the way you get hold of the scripture and it speaks to you. And many people who are watching my videos now are saying, I never thought it that way. And honestly, I never knew this existed. Yet it has been in the Bible. But maybe they didn't know where to locate it. So this is a very good platform for you to learn, to empower yourself, for you not to perish. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. For you, before you take any undertaking, you are taking it in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Yeah. So until next time, keep watching and see you on the next set.